Hello everybody, my name is Jane and as usual I'm so happy to welcome you here on our YouTube channel. Before we start talking about how you can teach English in China with no degree, let me mention that this video made for international certification. If you want to get international certificate as TEFL TESOL, go to our website TEFL-TESOL-certification.com. So there are a lot of rumors and myths, especially about teaching English in China without a higher education. And in this video, we will figure out whether it's possible or not. So we're going to clarify a lot of things such as qualification and certification, which seem to be a must-have to get a job in China. Also, we're going to figure out other requirements that you have to take into account before start packing. And in the end, we will come to the conclusion whether it's possible to get a job in China without a degree. Let me remind you that China seems to be the most popular destination in the world, especially for ESL teachers, because of so many reasons. There is abundance of offers and workplaces, so that's highly unlikely that you won't get a job here. Also, there are a lot of workplaces with decent work conditions and benefits which you can get from employers. Also, there are a lot of rules which you have to follow, and let's talk about the most important one. So the question is a college degree a necessity to teach in China? It seems to be the most confusing question in the world, and let me explain why. So technically, you can find a job in China without a degree. I mean, you can find a job in public or even private school. That's true, and it seems to be a piece of cake. However, it relates more to the government regulations rather than employers. Here is the thing that there is no way to get a work visa in China. It's called Z visa without a major. So there is no way to work legally without a higher education in China. So in a nutshell, getting such a document is impossible without any degree. But I would like to warn you. So almost 99% of tutors go to China through recruiting agencies, and some of them might be scammers. So be careful because they can tell you everything to persuade you to stay and to believe them. They can tell you something like, oh, your major doesn't make any sense, employers don't pay much attention to it, but now you know the truth. As you see, obtaining the visa seems to be the vital point to work legally in China, and if you don't have it, consequences might be so severe, including jail time, fines, and even deportation. I mean, you might be a perfect candidate without a higher education, there is no problem. However, you won't feel safe in the country without it. Also, I suggest teaching online as the best way to get international experience. Let's talk about other ways how you can teach English in China. And believe me, there is another way to do that legally. Also, I'm talking about that you can be an intern on a Student X visa, which is valid for 6 months, and believe me, that time it's enough to understand whether China meets your needs or not. Also, don't forget that it's highly unlikely that you can make a fortune doing such job. However, it's the best way to study and work simultaneously in a public or private school in China. Also, it's the best way to get international experience for newcomers. If you have a thirst for adventures, this way will definitely fit you, because you have a chance to do the sights in the most popular places in the world like Hong Kong and Taiwan. I mean, you can calm down and relax having a working holiday visa. This piece of paper allows you to travel around for 1 year and take a part-time job in a high school. Also, it doesn't require ESL teachers to get a bachelor's degree, but you should take into account other requirements. So, in order to obtain a working holiday visa, you must be a citizen of any English-speaking country. Also, this time must be the first time of getting such a visa for you. And don't forget that travel must be the most significant reason of your staying, and you are not supposed to take a full-time job. Also, there is another requirement regarding financial caution, but it depends on the country where you are going to. As you see, there are several ways which allow you to teach English in Chinese-speaking countries and do everything in the right way. Some ways will take a lot of effort and won't let you make a fortune. However, anyway, you have a choice. Let's talk about other requirements that you should know before moving in China. As we figured out, education is a must-have. It doesn't matter what major you have, what it's more important that you have at least anything to work in a legal way. Also, China is famous for its loyal attitude to inexperienced teachers. If you don't speak Chinese, there is no problem because the government will try to support you. So there are a lot of assistants which will help you to manage your class speaking Chinese. There is another reason why teaching experience in China isn't a necessity. There are a lot of employers which will willingly supply you with training courses in order to enhance your professional development. So if you don't have enough teaching experience, that won't be a problem. When it comes to international certification, most Chinese employers prefer candidates with TEFL TESOL or CELTA Delta certification. Also, let's talk about each of them in detail. CELTA is one of the most recognizable exams around the world, one of Cambridge system, and it's quite expensive, but it depends on the way which you prefer, online or offline. Also, don't forget that duration is almost 2 or 4 months, and it's quite impossible that you are going to do everything simultaneously. So it's unlikely that you are going to study and work at the same time. Because of that, a lot of people decide to take a break while they are studying. As I mentioned, CELTA is so intensive and expensive course which won't allow you to keep your life ordinary without any changes. But TEFL certificate, it's absolutely another way. There are a lot of options in terms of duration, so you can choose either online or offline way, whatever you want. Also, usually 120 hours of a course, it's quite enough to get any job around the world. Also, this certificate will give you enough knowledge regarding teaching approaches, and you will be able to teach in any country in the world. Also, it's more affordable in comparison with CELTA. So don't miss a brilliant opportunity to become a professional English teacher and purchase this online TEFL course at 50% discount. Go to our website TEFL-TESOLcertification.com to check everything. Let's summarize all requirements in terms of teaching English in China. You must be a degree holder and your major doesn't matter. Also, CELTA or TEFL TESOL certification is a must-have to prove your ability to teach abroad. Also, you must have a clear criminal record and don't forget to pass a medical examination. Despite the fact that the lack of teaching experience is not a problem in China, it will be your advantage if you have 2 years of work experience in any field, so be sure that you can impress your potential employers. And an age of candidate must be something between 18 years old and 55 years old. You must be a fluent English speaker, and it doesn't matter if you are not from English-speaking country. And don't forget to obtain visa because it will help you to work legally in China. So we've discussed a lot of different ways how you can teach English in China and do everything legally. Don't forget that you have to fit some requirements in order to get a decent job in China. I hope that you found this video absolutely informative and useful, and don't forget to leave your comments in the section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you the next time. Bye!